Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I was filming another video, did this look, and then I was like, you know what, everyone would like to see how I apply my lashes and a few lash tips and all that good stuff. So I said, you know what, since the eyes are super simple, I barely did anything to them but apply mascara, why not just film the lash video today? So that is what I am doing. If you'd like to see how I apply lashes, little tricks that I've learned, keep watching because you might actually enjoy this video. I have this hair right here, like a sideburn hair, and it's like super curly and it won't go anywhere, so we're gonna tuck her away, you know. I pulled my hair back just a little bit so you guys can see what I am doing. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit, but first I wanna show you guys generally the lashes that I have. I usually use the Ardell Demi Wispies and I ran out. I just noticed I ran out of them. I haven't worn lashes in a few months. Only because BoxyCharm has been sending us amazing mascaras and I don't have time to put lashes on like every single day. So I just like, I don't know, like I built up the mascara and it gives me the look that I'm going for. So there's no need for lashes, but my go-to lashes have always been the Ardell the Demi Wispies or the Double Ups. Those are really good. Oh, and I don't have my rings on. Well, I'm not gonna get up and go get them. So we're just gonna keep going. I found loose lashes. If you start to love lashes, you will find loose lashes like everywhere. These lashes over here are also really good. These are by Lashes in a Box. That's the name of the company. These are 100% handmade and it has a 20 piece, which means it brings 10 sets. This one is the, what's the name? The E1. And this is what they look like. Clearly, I've really used them up. They are so pretty and they are really soft. You can use them up to 3 times. Just make sure you clean them. I haven't done that to these. They still look kind of yucky. That's why I took them out. But if you can see, I do trim them. They're a little long for me. I'm going to show you guys how I go about doing that as well. Oh, some really good affordable lashes too are these red cherry lashes. They're in the number 43. They're really good. And if you just want that cat eye flare, these will actually help you get that effect. So I'm going to show you the tools that you're going to need and then what they're going to be for, and then we'll just go on with the tutorial. I'm trying to open it while I'm talking to you guys. I'm sorry. First things first, you're gonna need some little scissors. These are for the brows, but I use them for my lashes as well because it's a freaking scissor. It's not that serious. So you need scissors. Any scissors would work because these are gonna help you trim the lashes to the size that you're gonna need or trim them for the trick I'm gonna show you guys. You're also going to need some tweezers. You can get regular size tweezers. I actually prefer the short ones just because I feel like I have better control as to where I'm applying the lash. So you're gonna need some tweezers. And lastly, you're gonna need a good lash glue. I have 2 here that I can show you. My go-to and most favorite, actually I ran out and I haven't repurchased. So I have the Kiss Lash Glue. This one does come with an applicator. It's a good lash glue, definitely not my go-to, but when I went to Walgreens, that's the only one they had and I was like, you know what, just grab it. Another one that I really enjoy is the Duo Lash Adhesive. Now they do have a dark tone and a light tone. Be careful with the tone you decide to use. If you happen to want to get both, that would be perfect, just because the dark tone is perfect if you're gonna do a black, like if you're gonna do your wing liner and it's a black liner, or you're gonna do a smoky look, because if you're still practicing with applying your lashes and you're using the black adhesive, if you were to make just one tiny mistake and it goes somewhere else, you're gonna ruin the whole look. That has happened to me. I've gotten the black one and I've applied it in a place where it's like a little off and I wasn't planning on using any liner to line my eyes, and I ended up having to, because you know when you're applying it you need to have like really good precision, and then I ended up getting a little bit of the glue in certain areas and I was like, well, this look went to shit, so I had to like salvage it by smoking the eye out or something like that. So if you are still practicing with applying lashes or you're learning, I would do white or clear versus the dark, because the dark, once it goes onto the skin, if it moves around, you may ruin your look. My holy grail, super favorite lash glue is the House of Lashes lash glue. It costs, I want to say it's $9. I've gotten it at Sephora. I ran out. It has the applicator that I like. I love that it looks like this iridescent type of white with green to it. But then when it dries black. I don't know how that's even possible, but it dries black, and it dries so quickly. You don't really have to wait until it gets tacky. Once you apply your lash glue, pop it in place and it stays there. And those lashes, I don't care if you sweat, if you laugh, if you cry, go swimming, they're not coming off. Oh, and one more thing that I think you should really have is a really good mirror. I personally like a mirror that you can have it super close. I personally like mirrors from Compacts. Because you can hold them at the angle that you're gonna need to hold them and put them as close to your face as you need to in order to see exactly what it is that you're doing. I'm gonna grab these red cherry lashes in the number 43. When you're removing lashes, be super careful. I'm gonna zoom you guys in because I want you guys to see. When you're removing lashes, be super careful. You don't just want to pull them off. I've done that, and then they end up pulling some of the lash hair out, or it'll rip on you depending on what kind of band you have and depending on the maker. So what I suggest you do is just put your thumb against the band and pull away, and it starts to come off. See how that baby just got out? This is what I tend to do with these, and this is my little trick. So these are cute, these work. I've used them. They're actually super comfortable and very lightweight. But if I'm honest, I prefer like the cat eye look. And the way I learned to use lashes and apply them properly was to only use half of the lash. So what I do is I chop off a decent little portion. I'm gonna cut it right there. So this is the amount that I cut off of the lash, and this is all I have left. So as you can see, they're like in little bunches. So I took out 3 of the bunches. And so what I do is I grab it with my tweezer and I start to apply my lash glue. So I like this applicator because you can see exactly what it is that you are doing and where you're applying the lash glue. A little bit does go a long way. You really don't have to overdo it. So you only want to apply the glue onto the lash band. And then just give it a few seconds. You want it to get nice and tacky. So while that's happening, I'll tell you this. I know a lot of people say curl your lashes prior to applying your falsies. I don't do that. My natural lashes are already pretty long and they have a nice curve to them. So it makes it kind of hard if I'm curling them on top of already being curly. I'm curling them even more. It makes it kind of difficult for me to apply the lash. So I stopped doing that when I started learning how to apply lashes. Something that you should know for the lashes that we're gonna get in boxy, make sure that you apply your mascara first. That way when you apply your falsies, everything is looking good and you don't have to apply the mascara afterwards, because then you really have to clean them up. Or else they won't last the 25 uses. Trust me, I've done it. Okay, you're a little more zoomed in. So this should be tacky enough. You want to take your mirror and put it down like under where your chin is. By doing that, you're forcing yourself to look down versus looking straight up. And by looking down, you're able to see exactly where your lash line is and where you're going to be applying your falsies. And what I do is I apply the falsies on the outer edge. It makes it super easy while you're practicing applying falsies. So as you can see, I flipped you guys, I didn't mean to do that. So as you can see, I get that cat eye effect on the eye. What I did was, once I laid it directly on the lash line, I patted it in place with my finger to make sure it wasn't gonna move anywhere. And then I used my tweezers to squeeze, kind of push the lashes, the falsies and my lashes, kind of squeeze them together. Be super careful. I have pinched my lid once or twice before and I cried like a little baby because it is really painful. So if you don't have a steady hand, just do it with your own fingers and kind of press them together. If you have a steady hand and you feel comfortable enough to doing this so close to your eyes, go ahead and do that. I'll do it again so you guys can kind of see. So I go onto where the lash begins and under my own real lashes, and I squeeze those together. Because by doing that, your lashes are gonna look like one and not like you have falsies and then your real lashes. So this is my little trick. Makes it super easy when you're practicing applying lashes. Why is it so easy? Because one full strips makes it so difficult because you have to make sure the end is at a right place, the middle's at the right place, and then the beginning, like the inner corner, is in the right place. But if you can get this down packed and get used to applying it on the outer end, you will become a pro in no time on applying a full-on strip lash. Also, you may not necessarily like lashes but may like this look. Cut your lashes in half and use the outer half. This makes it so easy to apply lashes. It is freaking ridiculous. I'm gonna go ahead, do the other side so you can kind of see, but as you can see, there's totally a difference. This has more of a cat eye effect. Actually looks like I have freaking eyeshadow on and I don't. So it just gives you that kind of like va voom look to the eyes, which I really enjoy when using lashes. So this is what the eyes look like once you have your outer corner lashes applied. They do sell half lashes. They're called accent lashes. So if this is a look that you kind of like and want to go for on an ongoing basis, just invest in those accent lashes. Okay, so let's get into the little more complicated ones, which are these. And there's like an extra... Anyway, which are these. If you want to do the full strip, and I'm actually going to do the black glue so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But if you want to do the full strip, all you really have to do is take your lash and kind of apply it without any glue onto your eyes, because you want to measure. You want to see how much you have to cut off and if you have to cut anything off. So generally, okay, so these are slightly too long for me. I know they're like kind of dramatic. I don't use these very often. Okay, so these are a little too long for me. So rule of thumb should be apply, your lashes should start where your natural lashes begin and they should end where they naturally end. You don't want to have lashes all the way out here. That's a big no-no because you kind of want them to look natural. And you don't want them to begin too close in because the lash band will pick at your eye and it is super uncomfortable. Same thing, just snip off the piece that you feel that is too long and that you're not gonna need and just remeasure. So I always take my lash and the end of the lash, I kind of put it at the end of my actual eyes, like my natural lash. And then I look at where this one, okay, that looks really good actually if you look at it. Once applied well, it's gonna look good. So what I do is I do that to both lashes. And then now it's time for the glue. I'm gonna use the dark glue so you guys see what I'm talking about. And this gets super yucky. That's the only thing about the glue that I don't like. It gets really nasty, but look, it's a black glue and you just apply on the strip. Make sure there's enough glue. I'll show you kind of what I make, like what it needs to look like. But you don't wanna overdo it because if you overdo it, it's gonna drip onto the lash hairs and then it'll really stick to your own lashes, and then that might make your real lashes come off, and you don't want that to happen. So this is kind of what it should look like. I hope it is focusing. So you have a good amount of glue, but you don't have too much. And the same, you're gonna wait till it gets kind of tacky, so I do a little dance here and there because I have issues, I know. I mean, you guys are my people, so you'll probably start dancing too. And if you don't, then my life is questionable. So I tend to do kind of one of these. The air makes it start to dry out and get a little tacky, and that's what you want. And that way it's tacky enough to where when you place it, it's not gonna start smudging and moving around. And then same situation, you are going to look down. So your mirror should be down by your chin so you can see exactly where it is that you are applying this lash. And you're gonna lay it directly on your lash line. And then see how this is a full strip, so you always want to have your tweezer directly in the center because it'll help you apply it like exactly where it needs to go. And then now that I've got that in place and it looks good, it doesn't look like I have to like pull it in one direction or like rearrange or anything. It looks really good. Then I'm gonna take my tweezer and I'm going to grip the beginning of the lash and I'm going to push it onto my lash line. And that's really what you kind of want to do. You want to make sure that you're pushing it onto your lash line, not necessarily on your own lashes. So now that that's in place, I didn't make a mistake. I was kind of hoping for it. Jeez. Okay, I generally go on to the next eye, give this this glue a minute to start drying a bit, so that I can like pinch both lashes together, my very own and then the falsies. Okay, so now that I applied the other lash, I'm just gonna go in with the tweezer and squeeze my lashes along against the falsies to make sure that they become one. Be super careful because your tweezers can end up getting some glue on them. So what you want to do is make sure you clean them up after each use, because if you don't, then the glue stays tacky, and then as you're like pressing them together, it might pull your lash out, which is not cute. And this is how I apply my false lashes. Another thing you need to know, when you're pulling them off, don't pull your real lashes. Just grab from the very edge of the fake lash and just pull. It's a weird sensation, but if you've had lashes on all day, it's the best feeling ever. I don't know how to explain it. Just, you gotta try it in order to know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay guys, that is a wrap for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope I answered all your questions with regards to how to apply lashes and how I apply lashes. I hope you guys enjoyed that little trick. If you do give it a try, let me know how it worked out for you, because I know that I had such a hard time learning how to apply lashes. If you feel like I missed anything or you have any further questions, let me know in the comments section down below. You already know I try to respond to every single person, and I will try to answer your questions to the best of my ability and or knowledge. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, my social media platforms will be right here for you guys. Make sure you follow me there. Also, my subscribe button will be right here. I make it super easy for you guys to subscribe to my channel. I selected a few videos for you guys in the event that you want to continue to watch my content. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.